Welcome back to Relay Gun Reviews. This is the second look at my Chinese Springer with the laminated stock. This time we've been out and we've taken a few shots. I've got some target evidence to show you, and I've put it over the chrono. Before I start all that, there's a couple of things that I should just touch on that we didn't really cover before. I bought this brand new. It was probably old stock. Well, it was old stock. I'm not sure how long it's been kicking around, but it's a Trigon. It's a model MB01. It was cheap, as you can imagine. It's different in that it's not like the standard Chinese B2. It's got its automatic safety catch, which is resettable. It's got a really good rear sight on it, which is adjustable for elevation and windage, which is unusual. At the moment, I've taken off the front sight because the chrono I use actually connects onto the barrel. Cool, that was a long way away, to take the reading, so it was easier to take that sight away. Also, there's rather more scope on this rifle than required, but it's a spare scope that I had, so there's a reason why I've done that. Couple of other things. The trigger, single stage non-adjustable trigger, which I wasn't overly impressed with. Having fired a couple of hundred pellets for it now, I have to take that back. It's actually a pretty good trigger. It's not mushy, it's pretty predictable, and it's a nice wide blade, which makes it comfortable. So as Chinese Springers go, there are a few redeeming features that you don't find on the standard cheap B2s, even the B3s actually. So let's have a quick look at the target work. Okay, so we're back in the room. I must apologise for the weather conditions. It actually started to snow towards the end of that session. I've dried out the target as best I can, and you can see that is a good group. Now that's at around about 25 yards, which is quite respectable. In fact, I can get my fingernail over there quite comfortably. So that is quite an impressive group. The pellets I use are the H&N Hammer Econ, which I think is short for economy. Can't complain about those. They're a nice, good, well-shaped pellet. There was no squashed ones in there. They all seem to fit the gun nicely. It seems quite happy with them. I'm going to try some different pellets in there, but that's the ones I started with, so I thought, well, I'll stick with those. I know roughly what I'm going to get. That's actually better than I expected. So I can't really pick any holes in its accuracy. Whether that will change over time, I don't know. But at the moment, with just probably a couple of hundred pellets through it, it's firing pretty well. It's quite easy to cock, which is nice. I'm assured it can be uncocked. And I've seen the method used where you hold the barrel and pull the trigger and release it slowly. I'm not going to do that, and I don't suggest you do either. If you've got a pellet in there and you've finished, just fire it into the ground. But there you go. That's my take on that. Okay, so chronograph, and then I'll just round up. Before I do, I bought this particular rifle from a gun dealer called Protect Supplies in Bognor Regis. And I've just got to say, they were fantastic. They're closed because obviously COVID restrictions. But the whole process of conducting the transaction through the letterbox was quite painless, and they were really good actually. And I've got to say, if they don't sell it, you probably don't need it. This isn't a sponsored video. I'm just saying I really thought they were a good outfit, and I thought I should at least mention them. So moving on, let's talk about the chrono. Chronograph. Actually, it's been averaging around about the sort of 7.5 to 8 pound area. That's the chronograph. This is a Heath Robinson setup to keep it on the barrel. Normally I have it set up for silencer sizes, so it was a bit awkward to mess around and get this on there, but I did it. They're a little sporadic, the results, which surprised me. It's the second time I've chronographed it. But I decided not to keep doing it. You know, that's what it is. It's a 7.5, 8 foot-pound gun, and that's fair enough. You know, for what I need it for, what I'll use it for, that will be more than adequate. So let's have a roundup. Okay, so just to round up, there she is. Somebody did say it put them in mind of a snooker cue, and I must admit, every time I look at it now, I can't get that thought out of my mind. But I still think it's a nice looking gun. For the money, I really can't complain. It's a plinker, really. At the end of the day, I wouldn't take it hunting. I'll take that scope off soon. It's literally just on there for the test. It does look a bit out of place. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it's been of interest, and if so, if you liked it, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, let me know in the comments, or if you must, give me a thumbs down. I'll just have to accept it. Okay, thanks very much. See you again soon.